This is for Dallas rappers. The people that know me that do music with Mirza Cavalier and Carrie, Texas. The way me and Mirza always got into arguments. I was just talking to Rick before I told him what I need, and I told Samantha it's the belief system. Me and Mirza always got into argument. That's not the first time Mirza cussed me out and we said fuck you. Trust me, it was many times that we stayed away from each other and game sister. That's not the first time. So me and Mirza argued. I don't. This is not the first time. It's the belief. It's about you tricking him. So I want to tell you, this is not the first time that me and Mirza, everybody in Carrollton, Texas, that took Mirza aside. It is not the first time that me and Mirza. You think if it was that simple? You know how many times we got into arguments in a week or a month that we stayed away from each other? And we didn't talk and we right back hanging out for saying things to each other. So I want to tell people something. This is not the first time. This is not the first time that Mirza cursed me out on social media. Hey, he said something to me. So we didn't got into arguments many times. Then like I told Rick, we do music where Rick say, Hugh, y'all know we argue every time and do all of this. It's the belief. And I told Rick to go on the website and there's many things. And I told Samantha, I gave Samantha the heads up. I gave it to the people at Creekview that when they was older, I was a little older, and they hear the shit that y'all lying about. And y'all put me in a situation where my life in the mayor cared about his money and do all of that and lied. And the mayor said racist thing. You know, what up Kevion know about that? You know what he gonna tell you? You a damn liar. What are the other people, Tavana and DeMarcus? They find out what you're lying about, Dallas and Yellow Breeze and them. What if they find out what y'all lying about? What was said in that car when you find out Yellow Breeze and the mayor and them been lying? See, Houston J. Prince can lie. I went to Newman Smith, Carrollton, Texas. You know, I told my brother with Kool-Aid and them at Newman Smith. I remember going to Newman Smith, my football team, and Big Nick and Kool-Aid and everybody tried to show me how to tackle a quarterback. And the coach was like, at Newman Smith High School, let me show him. Let me show him. Let me teach him. So, you think that's the only situation that it's the belief system. It's about y'all lying in Dallas and Carrollton, Texas. And a little Mexican just passed me today. When I was in All Star, when I was in my community, this passed me. And I got something for that ass, Houston. And Dallas and Trap Boy Freddy and Big Tuck. I'm watching them. So I want to tell y'all something. God said when the enemy want to lie and the police, we forgave each other many times. That ain't nothing. But the belief system, which you lied about, what was said on Facebook? Dallas, that black model, what was said on Facebook? But y'all didn't know that y'all was being watched before that. You see, where liars and deception at in the community or the music industry and the models, they don't know that it was been already watched. I'm gonna tell you something. Trump is not gonna go to jail. It's a political play. They look out for the lying rap industry. He is not gonna go to jail. You think Trump and Joe Biden argue with each other? You think that's Joe Biden and Obama and them arguing with each other? You think that's a front to take care of the enemy that don't believe? That's a front. Whoever win this election, that's a front. They're in that, well, that's a front. Hey, you're in those documents. Future. You can't pay nobody to get you out this situation. You're in those documents, Future. When you came down here, you're in those documents. You can't pay not a damn person. And you're going to go down regardless to the fact. Hubert, Hubert Jr., Sellers, Sellers. The Mexican and that girl was actually watching me on the phone, watching me talking on my phone, talking to this lady in her business about the camera. With all the free electricity days you get on the Flextra Credits plan from Alliant, showing your best friend a little love is no big deal. So I'm gonna tell you something. I even told Samantha, we get into arguments all day. Come on. How many times all of us got into arguments with each other? I was just telling her we was talking shit she was talking shit to me in the car, and I just told her ass. Like, come on, you know how many times you talk shit in the car? And look, I was just telling her ass. She was just talking shit about kicking me out. I said, so I waited to tell her, like, look at man, we didn't talk shit to each other many times in art. I told Ricky, Ricky, we was sitting by Mirza's house one day. Mirza didn't answer. I told Ricky, you know, we would have been still, our bond and our friendship would have still been tight if me, you, and Sabina, Mirza, and everybody, if we wouldn't let everybody get in our business. Me, you, Demir, and everybody, we let new people get in. And they tried to break that bond. Cousin, and that's the difference with that situation when everybody comes between the bond. And that's the different stuff. And I say, I told Rick, I say, me, you, Mirza, everybody, Demir, everybody, we would still be on the same page if we wouldn't let everybody get in our friendship and had a demand on it. You wanted to adventure out and meet people, but we didn't keep the friendship tight. We didn't keep the loyalty and the friendship. We let everybody's opinion match ours. And I was telling Ricky that. And I was just telling Rick, we let everybody get in there. And that kind of disrupted it. That kind of disrupted it. I'm playing music for Rick, and I'm doing this for Rick because me and Rick had disagreements. But I told Rick, look, man, look, hey, we've been knowing each other. His kid got a kid. His kid is cool. His baby mama got a family by my, and we always gonna be family. Before they even came in the picture, that's how always gonna be. Yeah. Hey, I did that was I'm watching Burning Man. But yeah, it's the belief system. I'm watching them. So we just I'm happy to go to LA film production. You're not gonna be in the streets, home manager, bam, none of that thing. I ain't buying no house in no small community, gated community, even though no, y'all got some problems. And one thing they tried to do, and you talk about communities, they tried to put mansions in small size communities. And that's where the problem at in society. And you can't have that. They trying to make small suburban mansions in small communities. And you can't have that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not living good and properly to be able to live in one of them houses you're trying to build in the hood. And that can cause a confusion. That can cause a confusion. My name is Hubert. Hubert Junior Sellers. Hubert Sellers, Hubert Baby. Damn, I got so many things. Hubert F Baby Junior. I got so many things. It's hard to keep up for one person. When I'm on TikTok and Instagram and I'm everywhere, it's hard to keep up with one thing, guys. I am everywhere. I don't got an organizer. Maybe I'm gonna have to write down my Instagrams more to be able to tell y'all when y'all, because y'all gonna be asking me questions. I'm gonna write it down after I get out of here. And we're doing something different, and we're gonna do something different. We're gonna have a good time, and we're gonna make movies. We're gonna. It's so many things. I thought about bringing Disney. I talked to somebody in Texas. We wanted to bring Disney to Texas, and I thought about those things, not just the music. The you got to go to Orlando, and I wanted to bring Disney. I've been talking to people, and we're gonna bring Disney to Texas, where Texas is gonna be able to, instead of going to Atlanta or Florida, Disney is gonna be in Texas. This is gonna be a very big event where I wanted to. I took drama in Newman Smith, and me talking to kids and talking to everybody, and I think I want my son to do acting. You know, my little nephew into drama, but I want him to be into drama like I was. So so that's the thing with that. Man, Bernie Mac gonna be missed. But yeah, that is the thing with that situation. We're gonna have a good time. In this video, I'm gonna put Dallas Rapper and Yellow Breezy in this video on YouTube, guys. And I want y'all, so we just gonna do this thing. But I wanted to bring Disney, when I talk to other people, Disney to Texas, because we're gonna be doing film direction, and that was the plan, but stuff changed. And this apartment idea I got is gonna create um 200 more jobs in the apartment. Not just talking about maintenance, but we're gonna leave that alone. We can't talk about everything. We are leaving that alone, because that will work out in a manifest where there's gonna be able to help. That means people in part time jobs, full time, they will be going part times with this situation. And and this is a CEO got to be able to understand it. A CEO, man, just can't be in have one business of apartment. He got to have multiple businesses and understand those things. And for that, he gotta, the order to have multiple businesses and maintain, he gotta understand his sellers. And for this ideas to work, he gotta understand the payroll and understand, don't go off the sales. Don't go off of that person not be able to sell in that same day. So they're still able to keep money in that payroll. You got to know if you're going to do apartment. For this idea to work, he got to be able to still let them hang in there for 5, 6, 8 hours on the clock. But we're not, let me tell you, with the apartment idea, we're going to just give you a little, with the apartment idea, they do stuff on TV, and they do stuff on, everybody go, they put up a sign. This is going to be totally different. And this is going to be 200 more jobs. I can see, if I'm on here right now, I can talk to somebody in Paris or London to come here, to come to America and give them a good deal. And we talking about the inflation in the apartment when they do that. Hubert Sellers Jr., Hubert Baby, Hubert the Third, Get Money Stop, The Way, Hubert Jr. I got so many, man. Hubert Baby F, Sellers, Hubert Jr. I got so many things it's hard to keep up with, guys. I'm just being honest with you. I'm all over the place. And it's hard when you don't got. I'm gonna write down all my Instagrams and everything when I get back on here later, and I'm gonna write down it all. You know, I came up with this thing with the NFL in the women's league. Instead of guys broadcasting, each person with a favorite team, the NFL is going to be able to get every kid to interview. If it's a grown up, get them downstairs and get them. The Eagles, a kid get the interview. I think everybody on that team of an NFL team is valuable, and I think the whole line need to be interviewed. And you need to have the kids in the mix in the favorite team. What they're going to do? Analyze. The teenagers analyze. So when I was on Twitter and I came up with ideas for the women's league and for the women's league and in the NBA, I came up with ideas for them. So the women league, it's better for the women to play almost at the end of the season when basketball ends. It's better that women basketball play starts. The men do not go. The men they do not play with the men at all. I think that is best. They do not play with the men, and I think that is best. But they still gonna have a little competition with the NFL. But that's nothing in baseball. That ain't nothing. But the basketball not gonna have nothing to do with it, and that's gonna make it more interesting for it if you not let them compete with the men in basketball. And right when the NBA Finals ended, right when the last team of the NBA Finals stopped, then the women starts with their basketball and stuff. So I think that's better. You're gonna see better results. More money gonna come in for the women. You're gonna see the basketball not gonna be able to. You still got a little thing there, but as time you can organize those things. What I want to do, I can't wait because I'm trying to go to LSU game. I think LSU women is the best in volleyball, but Texas women kind of good too. I think they got a women's softball. I think they kind of good. They good. And this was with this idea for the show that's going to create more. Where I want the college women to be able to go to. This is when the show get big. I want my show to get bigger and bigger people. Where I have bigger people, where they're going to be going. Where middle school and elementary schools at, right? They're going to be able to get sponsors, kids to see these kids in elementary and middle school and park football and just watch them grow. And I just think that's need to start. I think that's need to keep going to watch them grow and see the potential in them. If it's park football, if it's elementary, middle school, to watch them grow. We need to have an analyzer in those things. Somebody from college and NFL talking to see, give them kids that confidence to keep moving. If they playing park football, middle school, elementary. You know, one of the things I like in my friendship, I used to watch him. He played football, and the rest of them in Nerman and all the rest of those things. But that's not the thing with that. We are going to be able to see the kids progressive when they see a scout, and even though you're not going to get drafted in middle school, I'm here to watch you. I'm here to keep your eyes on your potential. And I'm going to be following you all through high school. I want to see if you can progress and keep staying out of trouble and progress in your career. And that's the main thing. I want to see if you can progress. I got my eye on you. That's what we need these leaders to come and do in middle school and elementary. But let me tell you what the NBA don't do. The NBA don't sit unless it's somebody famous in that plane. They don't have the kids on there, and they are always on the field, but they're not in the elementary and middle school. They're only doing it on the compound with kids. But this is gonna take it to the next thing. But I want to take the show into the next level. But I have not got that. I want to study. I got the sports center right now. I got 4 or 5 different streams. So when I watch college women, volleyball, baseball, softball, I can listen to it because I got 4 different streams, and I can put it on the Max, Mixed Max Sports. When you got and you can see all the sports. That's the good thing about having cable. You don't just have to watch one damn thing, right? And I came up with this deal where the cable come and we tell the government, all right, anybody with internet, if you get with cable, they will pass a 2-year contract with the internet as neighbors let the kids share their internet around the neighborhood. Every neighbor get 20% off if you 80% off your internet bill if you share it with a kid in every community. A 2-year deal that the government is going to get in your community for letting your kids, giving them pads and letting them share the internet where they can leave their house and be on their pads and be able to go in the community and have the internet to the park and they see. So if the government passed a 2-year bill with the internet and the cable people to help kids out with each cable company, that would be a great and neighbors gotta share with their internet and tell them, oh, you're a neighbor, you're next door, and you will get 80% off your bill. That government is gonna get with every cable company a 2-year contract and see how this go off and how this is gonna work. And kids can be on their internet getting their pay. One thing I told my baby mom, she got a disability, I said, don't go out there with work. I need you to focus on you. Figure out what your talent. I'm not just getting on social media doing this and that. I'm doing multiple things to figure out I'm not going to depend on this. It's not just about this talking to people and this. No, it's about what else you can do. That's what it's about. And I just think I wanted to bring my kid is very, I don't know if I'm gonna have more kids. For my kid, I want him to do acting. My little nephew do acting. He in drama. And I did drama. So I'm acting. I'm a scrap, and I did when Orion said it to a big ugly ogre. I got out the door. My belly was hanging out. Like, hold up. Let me do a script. Everybody want big ugly ogre, and I wanted to see it because Shrek was loved even though he was ugly. Oh damn! I knocked my TV out. He was loved even though he was ugly. He was loved, and he married the princess that wasn't really his. He wasn't really his type, and he married the princess. He married the princess, and that wasn't really his type. So he wasn't really. It wasn't really his type. He married the. He married the. I be on Sky News and CNN and in a lot. Um, and that's the thing. So now we just coming for more things. We just doing more potential and more stuff, and we having a good time with that. Sponsored by Qatar Airways. Well, that was the news hour. Thank you for watching. So that's the thing with that one. My mama got this thing coming in. I gotta get into stuff like this. You're supposed to go. Shout out to Garland, Texas. I was gonna the McDonald's. I'm gonna tell the McDonald's over there in Garland. I want them to reward them, the McDonald's industry, because they wasn't like the other McDonald's. I'm about to write them and tell the Justice Department and tell the McDonald's on Garland and Warden and tell the employees over there, thank you. They know what I was going with the community. They noticed something was up. And they wasn't like the McDonald's employees. Their behavior was different and whatnot. And I really want them to get a bonus. There wasn't a racial behavior. They know what the community was doing. And I think they wasn't like Carrollton McDonald's. And I really want them to get rewarded this for being different. Not being like other McDonald's. And we're gonna have to do that and bam. So I really want them to get rewarded and Walnut. Thank them all for Walnut Street over there in Garland. McDonald's. I hope they getting looked after. If I was y'all owner, they wouldn't know what to do with me. They won't know what to do. You'll be getting bonus. They won't know what to do with me. You have to put that on your taxes. But they want to know you would have a McDonald's bonus card. If I was y'all owner, hey, trust me, y'all be happy with me. Trust me. But things don't work like that, right? Garland, Texas. Y'all will have your own bonus card, but you would just have to file on that on your taxes. Like if a government worker would have it, you just have to file it on your taxes. They won't like me if I was y'all McDonald's thing. I would let y'all give y'all, and I won't allow them to take that out y'all check. You will have your own bonus card. You just gotta file it on your taxes. That's your money you're gonna keep, and you just have to file it on your taxes when you get it. They wouldn't like it me if I was y'all CEO, McDonald's. They wouldn't like me. You know, yeah. Hey, I'm making up for lost time. I'm not taking my anger out on nobody. I'm making for my education. I'm not taking it out on nobody. I'm about to make up for lost times. Yes, we're gonna make up for lost times. Holder of trust. This is for my mama, but I'm just looking at this thing and see what's Yeah, man, I'm just seeing the different things in that motion. But they need to check out that teen girl in Ohio. I don't think that's what's affected. I look at that situation. Hubert Sellers, Hubie F. Baby, get money stopped away. Baby F. Hubert. There's a lot of things. Hey, I'm gonna have to get back on it. Y'all gonna see it. I don't depend on Instagram, guys. I got an Instagram that I don't depend on it. I'm not gonna go live because people want to show too many certain categories of attention. And I think we need to drift off from Instagram a little bit. We need to drift off from Instagram a little bit. And I just think that's what we need to do. We need to drift off from it. Yeah, I'm about to get back on working on my pad and work. I've been drifting off doing other things and on my little create. Go to at Hubert HUBERT31 and see my creativity. I know y'all see it on here, just to see my creativity.